I love a good hot fudge sundae, and over the years I've come to appreciate really good hot fudge. I've tried many recipes for hot fudge and been somewhat disappointed, and then once upon a time I read something that said if you want good hot fudge, just find some good chocolate, some chocolate that you like, and melt it and thin it down and use that for hot fudge. I have done that, and I have a recipe for hot fudge that, for myself, is the best recipe. First of all, I like a dark chocolate, and Ghirardelli, you can get this in various levels of darkness. The one that I've settled on is just simply semi-sweet Ghirardelli chocolate. I thin it down with half and half, add a little butter, add a little salt. I'm going to do this in a mug. Why would I do this in a mug? Because the first time I did it in a mug. So now I always do it in a mug. Because I'm a stubborn old guy. First, some chips in the mug. Measure them carefully till it's about this full. Somebody who knows what they're doing would soften them in a double boiler. I just throw them in the microwave. And I start with 30 seconds. Why? After 30 seconds, I look at it. It's not anywhere near soft enough, so I'm going to throw it in for another 30 seconds. Eventually, my goal is to soften it enough that it is completely softened. You don't want to leave little lumps in it and start thinning it down with the half and half while you have lumps. If you thin it while you still have lumps, you will never get rid of the lumps. Some more time in the microwave. I use my special spoon that is designated for making hot fudge. It's difficult to stir it at this point. Maybe a little more heat in the microwave would be good. If you do that, don't put it in with the spoon. You should know that, but I'm just going to mention it. I'm going to get it a little softer, but I think I'll just give it another 20 seconds. The time that you use initially in the microwave depends on how many chocolate chips you put in. So be sure to measure them carefully initially for consistency, like I did. This is a little bit of work, but for me, it's so worth it. I love hot fudge sundaes. If I were Superman, hot fudge sundaes would be my kryptonite. Depending on how much chocolate you use, you want to be careful with the half and half. You don't want to over dilute it. So I will carefully measure in some half and half and give it a try. See what, careful not to splash it. That's pretty good right there. Add an 1/8 teaspoon of salt. That just helps enhance the flavor. And exactly 1 pat of butter. Also, giving it a slight buttery flavor really works well for me. And mix well. Now I have some hot fudge that I think is going to be great. ice cream. One of my favorites is this Private Selection from Kroger. It's very creamy. Another brand that's similar in creaminess is Tillamook. Those brands all costing about per ounce about half what Ben & Jerry's does. So let's scoop up a little of this. Before I scoop it up, I just remembered I really like pecans on my hot fudge sundae. Also, I'm going to do some real whipped cream, heavy whipping cream. Clotted cream, is that what it is in Great Britain? I have my very old heavy whipping cream whipping device. This is, it's usually referred to as the whipping thing. Put it there. Now I will carefully add 1/8 of or 2, cover the bottom. I don't want to use a lot. I don't need a lot. And then 1/8 of a teaspoon of sugar. Some people also use vanilla. I'm just passing on that right now. Could also put vanilla in the hot fudge if you want. Put some almond in it if you want. Do what you want with it. Okay, this thing, it takes about 50 turns to whip it fully, so I'm going to do that and then I'll come back and see you again. Yeah, that's good. I hate for any of this to go to waste. Okay, let's get this thing going. 1, ice cream. Heavily frozen ice cream. Get a couple of scoops out here. Couple of scoops. Next, hot fudge. Put some hot fudge on there, and we can be generous. Then, nope, I think next we're going to go with the pecans. I can get this thing open. Put a few pecans on there. Yes, indeed. And then whipped cream. And this, my friends, is an Android Grandpa Hot Fudge Sundae. You can go. I'm going to eat it now.